Welcome to Chapter 2, Subsets of Lines, Planes, and Space. I want you to take a minute and open your textbook to page 41. There's about 3 or so paragraphs, and I really want you to concentrate on what the objectives of the chapter are so that you understand the breakup of how we're learning this. Okay, this is the Great Pyramid. It's one of those amazing geometric feats where each block was 2.5 tons each, and there were 2,300,000 different blocks, and this is where pharaohs were buried. So just again, take a minute and read page 41 for me. Okay, so we're going to start with 2.1. Alright, your first definition for 2.1 is a half line. A half line is a set of all points on a line on a given side of a given point of the line. So the key to half line is that it does not include a point. Okay, it starts at the point, but it does not include the origin of where it begins. So that's what I'm saying here on this slide. Half line does not include the point from which the half line originates. And this is how you write a half line. So half line AB would have started at point A, but it does not include point A. So if you can recall greater than and less than, when we graphed those, we left a hole there when it did not include that number. Sort of the same concept here. Okay, and another postulate that you need to know is called the line separation postulate. So every point divides any line through that point into 3 disjointed sets. So you have the set of the point, and then you have 2 half lines which do not include the point. So it would look something like, here's the point, and then here's a half line, and then here's another half line. Now just remember that point does not have to be centered because a line is infinite in both directions. There is no such thing as a middle. Okay, so a ray is the union of a half line and its origin. So where a half line does not include its origin, a ray does. But it does go infinitely from that point on in one direction forever and ever. Okay, so a ray includes the point from which it originates, and it's denoted by just a little arrow. We don't write a closed dot over the A, it's just a shortcut there. We assume it unless we see an open hole, that this is a ray and not a half line. And you always write the endpoint or the origin first. So here's a ray that's called AB, and here's a ray that is called AB. This ray is not called BA, okay? It starts at A and it goes toward B. It's very important that you know which direction you're talking about. Okay, so let's talk about an example. Here's a line AD, and I want to talk about the ray DB. So look at the direction that DB is going. The origination point is D, or its end point, and it's going in the B direction. So is point A on ray DB? The answer is yes, because A lies on that ray. The ray goes on infinitely in that direction. Is C on the ray DB? Yes, it is, and also D. Is point D on the ray DB? The answer is yes, because the origin is included on a ray. What if there was a point E? If you went in order A, B, C, D, E, would E lie on ray DB? The answer is no, because it's not on the same side, the direction the ray is going. So for this example, just go ahead and read it to yourself and write an answer, and then go ahead and listen to the answer when you're done. Okay, so half line XY intersect point X. That's that math sentence that I'm reading to you. So, is there an intersection? Does the half line and the point intersect at any place? If you guessed or answered null set, you are correct. They do not intersect. Remember, in a half line, the endpoint is not included. Same with this example. Go ahead and read it to yourself and write an answer before you listen to the explanation. Okay, so the math sentence says half line XY union the ray YZ. If you draw that out, YZ is actually ends up being a subset of the half line XY. So if you answered half line XY, you are correct. Okay, so for your WISC summary, I need you to list the answers to the next 5 practice problems and send me the email. Name 5 different lines. Give 2 other names for the ray ID. Name 6 rays on the line KP. Name 6 half lines with endpoint B. Name 5 half lines containing point B.